Bliss FM radio, play good tune.
Close to thee, close to thee.
For I say close to thee, Lord, close to thee.
Close to thee.
For I say close to thee, Lord, close to thee.
All along my pilgrim journey.
For I say all along my pilgrim journey. For I say, Savior, let me walk with thee.
Ever living portion.
For I say now my ever-living portion.
No life to me.
For I say more
Blessed greetings,
than
my lords
and life
and
to
empresses,
me.
prince and princesses, one and all
For
listeners.
I say all
As you know, you're listening
my pilgrim
to Bobo Ras Antony, your host for today on Bless FM, blessradio.org international. Your Bobo Shanti, Churchical Naya Bingi well. Holy King Emmanuel, King Selassie, Jah, Rasta. Yes, blessed greetings, my lords and empresses, prince and princesses, one and all listeners. What a way the sun is shining. What a way the place feel wonderfully. What a way everything a groping. Yeah, man. A blessing from the Almighty. Yeah. Blessed love. Blessed love.
I say, Lord, worthy pleasure.
My prayer shall be.
For I say, Lord, my prayer shall be.
Like toil and suffer.
For I say, God, they will like toil and suffer.
Only
I say, only let me walk with thee.
close to thee.
For I say, close to thee, Lord, close to thee.
Close to thee.
For I say, close to thee, Lord, close to thee.
God, you will like toil and suffer.
For I say, God, they will like toil and suffer. For I say, only let me walk with thee.
Through this veil of shadow.
For I say, lead me to the veil of shadow.
Your life it will see.
For I say, turn thy road, and I shall see.
And the gate of life eternal.
For I say, turn the gates of life eternal.
Lord redeem.
For I say, I enter, Lord, with thee.
Close to thee, Lord, close to thee.
For I say, close to thee, Lord, close to thee.
Close to thee, Lord, close to thee. Come
For I say, close to thee, Lord, close to thee.
the gate of life eternal.
For I say, turn the gates of life eternal.
Lord, with thee.
For I say,
Sweet day by day, sweet voice sound that saying it's ready for me.
And I, Selassie, I, Jah Rastafari.
Prince and princess shall come out of Egypt. Ethiopian shall stretch forth their hands unto God, Selassie,
I, Jah Rastafari. My Lord and coming home.
Holy Emmanuel I, King Selassie I, Jah Rastafari, Selah my Lord. Blessed love my lords and empresses, prince and princesses, one and all listeners. Blessed uprising, blessed uprising, a new day, a blessed day, a blessed sunshining day, a day full of vitality, a day welcoming for the uprising of every living thing, warmth of the King. Let us be blessed in his holiness, and let us bless his holy and righteous name. Holy King Emmanuel I, King Selassie I, Jah Rastafari. Let us reverence. Glory be unto the Father, and unto the sons, and unto the holy ones of creation. As Jah was in the beginning, is now and forever shall be, Jah world without end. So hail our God Selassie, Jehovah God, Jah Rastafari. Great and terrible God, Jah Rastafari is our almighty God. God who seated in Zion, reigneth in the hearts of all flesh. O thou most high, eternal Father, Jehovah God, Jah Rastafari. Great and terrible God, Jah Rastafari is our almighty God. God who seated in Zion, reigneth in the hearts of all flesh. O thou most high God, Jah Rastafari. King of kings, Lord of lords, conquering Lion of the tribe of Judah, elect of God, light to this world, his own divine majesty, Emperor, Haile, Selassie, Jah Rastafari, first Asian King of creation, King Alpha and Queen Omega, begin without end, first without last, and protectorate for all human fate, and ruler of the universe. So hail our God Selassie, Jehovah God, Jah Rastafari. Great and terrible God, Jah Rastafari is our almighty God. God who seated in Zion, reigneth in the hearts of all flesh. O thou most high God, Jah Rastafari. Prince and princess shall come out of Egypt. We Ethiopians shall stretch forth our hands and our hearts unto our God. O thou God of Ethiopia, his own divine majesty, thy spirit come to all dwelling parts of righteousness, lead us. Help us to forgive, that we may be forgiven. Teach us love, loyal on earth as it is in Zion. Endure us with thy wisdom, knowledge and understanding to do thy will. Thy blessing to us, The humble be fed, the naked clothed, the sick nourished, the aged protected, and the infant cared for. Deliver us from the hands of the enemies, that we shall be fruitful in these last days. When the enemies have passed and decayed, in the depths of the seas, in the depths of the earth, in the bowels of the beasts. So hail our God Selassie, Jehovah God, Jah Rastafari. Great and terrible God, Jah Rastafari is our Almighty God. God who seated in Zion and reigneth in the hearts of all flesh. O thou most high God, Jah Rastafari. I will lift up my eyes unto the hills, from whence cometh my help. My help cometh from the Almighty Father of Israel, who maketh Zion and earth. Jah will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee shall not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. The Almighty Father of Israel is thy keeper. The Almighty Father of Israel is thy shade upon thy right hand. By Jah's protection, the sun shall not smite thy by day, nor the moon by night. Jah shall preserve thy eye from all evil. Jah shall preserve thy soul. Jah shall preserve thy eye going out, coming in from this time henceforth and forevermore. So hail our God Selassie, Jehovah God, Jah Rastafari. Great and terrible God, Jah Rastafari is our Almighty God. God who seated in Zion, reigneth in the hearts of all flesh. O thou most high, eternal Father, Jehovah God, Jah Rastafari, hear us and bless us, O Lord. Keep us and sanctify us all. Cast thine holy face to shine upon us, thy children, so that we shall be saved and redeemed. O thou most high, eternal Father, Jehovah God, Jah Rastafari. Great and terrible God, Jah Rastafari is our Almighty God. Jah, who seated in Zion, is our Almighty God. Holy King Emmanuel, King Selassie, Jah Rastafari. Our Father, who art thou in Zion, hallowed be thy holy and righteous name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in Zion. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, that we may forgive those that trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us, O most high, mighty God, from all evil. Let the words of my mouth and the meditation of mine heart be acceptable in thy sight, O Jah. Jah, seated in Zion, reigneth in the hearts of all flesh. O thou most high, eternal Father, Jehovah God, Jah Rastafari, hear us and bless us, O Lord. Keep us and sanctify us all. Cast thine holy face to shine upon us, thy children, so that we shall be saved and redeemed. O thou most high God, Jah Rastafari. Let the Almighty Father of Israel be blessed. Let his holy and righteous name be sanctified, for it is holy. Hola Melchizedek Nigo Salam, Habadoni I God, Emmanuel I, King Selassie, Jah Rastafari. For it was him, by word, by deed, that came down from Mount Zion, who walk it from generation to generation. Who are the righteousness of our creation. God the Father, God the Son, and God the Holy One. Holy King Emmanuel, King Selassie, John Marcos, Jah Rastafari. Continuing from the book of Psalms, from the sacred seals of King David. Seal 126. My Lord and Majesty, in thy mercy I pray thee. Holy King Emmanuel, King Selassie, Rastafari. When the Lord turned again the captivity of Zion, we were like them that dreamed. Then was our mouths filled with laughter, our tongues with singing. Then said they among the heathen, the Lord hath done great things for them. The Lord hath done great things for us, wherefore we are glad. Turn again our captivity, O Lord, as a stream in the south. They that sow in tears shall reap in joy. He that goeth forth in weeping, bearing precious seed, shall doubtless come again with rejoicing, bringing in the sheaves with him. I continue from the book of Psalms, from the sacred seals of King David, seal 127. My Lord and Majesty, in thy mercy I pray. Holy King Emmanuel, King Selassie, Rastafari. Except the Lord build the house, they labor in vain that build it. Except the Lord keep the city, the watchman watcheth, but in vain. It is vain for you to rise up early, to sit up late, to eat the bread of sorrow, for so he giveth his beloved sleep. Lo, children are the heritage of the Lord, and the fruit of the womb is his reward. As arrows are in the hand of a mighty man, so are children of the youth. Happy is the man that have his quiver full of them. They shall not be ashamed, but they shall speak with the enemy in the gate. Most High, Emmanuel, King Selassie, Rastafari. I continue from the book of Psalms, from the sacred seals of King David, seal 128. My Lord and Majesty, in thy mercy I pray thee. Blessed is everyone that feareth the Lord, that walketh in his ways. For thou shalt eat the labor of thine hand. Happy shalt thou be, and it shall be well with thee. Thy wife shall be as a fruitful vine by thy side of thine house. Thy children like olive plants round and about thy table. Behold, that thou shalt the man be blessed that feareth the Lord. The Lord shall bless thee out of Zion, and thou shalt see the good of Jerusalem all the days of thy life. Yea, thou shalt see thy children's children, and peace upon Israel. I continue from the book of Psalms, from the sacred seals of King David, seal 129. My Lord and Majesty, in thy mercy I pray thee. Holy King Emmanuel, King Selassie, Rastafari. Many a times have they afflicted I from my youth, may Israel now say. Many a times have they afflicted I from I youth, yet they have not prevailed against I. The plowers plowed upon I back, they made long their furrows. The Lord is righteous, he have cut asunder the cords of the wicked. Let them all be confounded, and turn back that hate Zion. Let them be as the grass upon the housetops, which withereth, wherefore it groweth up, wherewith the mower filleth not his hands, nor that bindeth sheaves his bosom. Neither do they which go by say, the blessing of the Lord be upon you. We bless you in the name of the Lord. Holy King Emmanuel, King Selassie, Rastafari, be blessed in his holiness. Most High, Emmanuel, King Selassie, Rastafari. I continue from the book of Psalms, from the sacred seals of King David, seal 130. My Lord and Majesty, in thy mercy I pray thee. Out of the depths have I cried unto thee, O Lord. Lord, hear my voice. Let thine ears be attentive to the voice of my supplications. If thou, Lord, should mark iniquities, O Lord, who shall stand? But there is forgiveness with thee, that thou mayest be feared. I wait for the Lord, my soul doth wait, and in his word do I hope. My soul waiteth for the Lord more than they that watch it for the morning. I say more than they that watch it for the morning. Let Israel hope in the Lord. For with the Lord God Rastafari there is plenty mercy, and with him a plenteous redemption. And he shall redeem Israel from all its iniquities. These are the words of the Almighty, Holy King Emmanuel, King Selassie, Jah, Rastafari. I think from the book of Psalms, from the sacred seals of King David, seal 131, last seal from the sacred seals of King David. My Lord and Majesty, in thy mercy I pray. Lord, my heart is not haughty, nor my eyes lofty, neither do I exercise myself in great matters, or in things too high for me. Surely I have behaved and quieted myself as a child that is warned of his mother. My soul is even as a warned child. Let Israel hope in the Lord from henceforth and forevermore. These are the words of the Almighty, the root of David, the seed of Jesse, Holy King Emmanuel, King Selassie, Jah, Rastafari. Be blessed in his holiness. My lords and empresses, prince and princesses, one and all listeners. done. Holy Emmanuel I, King Selassie I, Jah, Rastafari, Sealer, my lords. You know, my lords and empresses, prince and princesses, one and all listeners. As you know, you're listening to Bobo Ras Antony on Bless FM, you know, and blessradio.org internationally. Yeah, from the book of Proverbs. You know, yeah, Proverbs 1 and Proverbs 2. Holy King Emmanuel I, King Selassie I, Jah, Rastafari, Sealer, my lord. The Proverbs of Solomon, the son of David, King of Israel. To know wisdom and instruction, to perceive the words of understanding, to receive the instruction of wisdom, justice and judgment and equity, to give subtlety to the simple, to the young man knowledge and discretion. A wise man will hear and will increase learning, and a man of understanding shall attend unto wise counsels. To understand a proverb and the interpretation, the words of the wise and their dark sayings. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. My son, hear the instruction of thy father, and forsake not the law of thy mother, for they shall be an ornament of grace unto thy head, and chains about thy neck. My son, if sinners entice thee, consent thou not. If they say, come with us, let us lay wait for blood. Let us lurk privily for the innocent without cause. Let us swallow them up alive as the grave, and whole as those that go down into the pit. We shall find all precious substance. We shall fill our houses with spoils. Cast thy lot among us. Let us all have one pause, one phase. My son, walk not thou in the way with them. Refrain thy foot from their path, for their feet run to evil, and make haste to shed blood. Surely in vain the net is spread in the sight of any bird, and they lay wait for their own blood. They lurk privily for their own lives. So are the ways of everyone that is greedy of gain, which taketh away the life of the owners thereof. Wisdom crieth without, she uttereth her voice in the streets. She crieth in the chief places of concourse. In the openings of the gate, in the city she uttereth her words, saying, how long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity? And the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge. Turn you at my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you. I will make known my words unto you, because I have called, and ye refuse. I have stretched out my hand, and no man regard. But ye have set at naught all my counsel, and would none of my reproof. I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh. When your fear cometh as desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind. When distress and anguish cometh upon you, then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. For that they hated knowledge, and did not choose the fear of the Lord. They would none of my counsel, they despise all my reproof. Therefore shall they eat of the fruit of their own way, and be filled with their own devices. For the turning away of the simple shall slay them, and the poverty of fools shall destroy them. But whosoever hearkeneth unto me, unto I, shall dwell safely, and shall be quiet from fear and evil. Holy King Emmanuel I, King Selassie I, Jah, Rastafari, Sealer, my Lord. I tell you from the book of Proverbs, chapter 2. My Lord and Majesty, in thy mercy I pray thee. Holy King Emmanuel I, King Selassie I, Jah, Rastafari. My son, if thou wilt receive my words, and hide my commandments with thee, so that thou incline thine ear unto wisdom, and apply thine heart to understanding. Yea, if thou criest after knowledge, and lifteth up thy voice for understanding, if thou seekest her as silver, and searchest for her as for hid treasures, then shalt thou understand the fear of the Lord, and find the knowledge of God. For the Lord giveth wisdom, out of his mouth cometh knowledge and understanding. He lay up sound wisdom for the righteous. He is a buckler to them that walk uprightly. He keepeth the path of judgment, and preserveth the way of his saints. Then shalt thou understand righteousness, and judgment, and equity, yea, every good part. When wisdom entereth into thine heart, and knowledge is pleasant unto thy soul, discretion shall preserve thee, understanding shall keep thee, to deliver thee from the way of the evil man, from the man that speaketh forward things, who leave the path of righteousness to walk in the ways of darkness, who rejoice to do evil and delight in the forwardness of the wicked, whose ways are crooked, and they forward in their paths, to deliver thee from the strange woman, even from the stranger which fluttereth with her words, which forsake the guide of her youth, and forgetteth the covenant of her God. For her house inclineth unto death, and her part unto the dead. None that go unto her return again, neither take they hold of the path of life, that thou mayst walk in the way of good. Man, and keep the path of the righteous, for the upright shall dwell in the land, and the perfect shall remain in it. But the wicked shall be cut off from the earth, and the transgressor shall be rooted out of it. These are the words of the Father.
You're listening to Bless,
Be blessed in his holiness. These are the words of the Almighty. Do good, and good shall follow thee. Offend no one, and let no one offend thee. For iron sharpen iron, and the countenance of one brighteneth the countenance of another. How could you say you love the Father, who you beseech, who you call unto, when you love not them before you? The Father said, you have to do the little things. Let me see you do the little loves, the charities, the giving and the receiving, the smiling and the hugging, the helping and the loving, the reciting and the praying, before you can come and do the upper things. Then you can come and do the things that your heart desires, the things that your mind furtherly looked and saw, the things that you dreamed of doing. Do the little things that I can see you doing and building. And then you will get the work that your heart desires. Put God first, and all things shall be added. He said, wait on the Lord, and be still. Be satisfied in the little and in the much. The race is not for the swift, but for them that can endure. Holy King Emmanuel, King Selassie, Jah, Rastafari. Holy King Emmanuel I, King Selassie I, Jah, Rastafari Sealer. Reading from the Black Supremacy book. On Majesty, King of Kings, greeting. Our Imperial Majesty, King of Kings, Lord of Lords, conquering Lion of the tribe of Judah, elect of God and light of this world. On Majesty, King of Kings, greetings. This is a letter from King Emmanuel to King Selassie. You can find the letter in the Black Supremacy book. You know, yeah, Holy King Emmanuel, King Selassie, Jah, Rastafari. Page 61. We the African descendants in Jamaica welcome you, Hon Majesty, to this shore for our deliverance of us, the people in Jamaica. We give thanks and praises to you, Hon Majesty, our God and King. Who come to deliver us from the hands of the wicked world. We welcome you, Hon, sir, and your guests who leave your royal throne. I, Prince Emmanuel, your humble servant, who wait for your coming, I give thanks for your arrival. Being a monarch of this universal world of justice, I do know you have come to give international justice for your suffering sons and daughters, to be returned under our own vine and fig tree. I root you. Jerusalem, our happy home, ever dear to us. We humbly give thanks for the universal cause of our righteous kingdom, that we are about to take our stand again for our righteous justice and liberation, peace and happiness. On Majesty, I, Prince Emmanuel Edwards, your humble servant, send document to all heads of this government concerning international repatriation, such as on Governor General, on Prime Minister Bustamante, also the acting Prime Minister and all minister concerning freedom. On Majesty, our God and King, you can let all ministers pass documents through your hand for the deliverance of us. On Majesty, I, Prince Emmanuel Edwards, send Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth, our international emblem, also document for such course of our international deliverance, when she came on her international tour to the West Indies on March the 3rd, 1966, pertaining to our redemption back to Ethiopia under our own vine and fig tree. Our Imperial Majesty, you could see through these documents we do give thanks for your international state visit in Jamaica under the United Nations Charter of Declaration of Human Rights for us the people. This is the organization of Ethiopia Africa International Congress, international government, parliamental proceeding universally for principle for our suffering people over the world. On Majesty, our ancient King of time, we are looking to be with you, also our beloved Majesty, Queen Omega, also our sisters and brothers at home. On Majesty, we are the races in this country. Tell to the world of your righteous cause. Tell into the world of your righteous cause. Also the reigning monarch for black supremacy. Also our God and King, our Majesty, mediator. On Majesty, we welcome you under these international emblems, the red, gold and green, red, black and green. Also welcome your Horn Majesty for your deliverance, for your international repatriation. We are ready now to go. We are tired of this wicked world of torment and frustration of these wicked enemies. We are tired of colonialism ruling. We want to return back to our righteous world of plenty and peace and happiness. On Majesty, our God and King, we are waiting now for transportation to take us home. On Majesty, our Excellency, we know you leave your royal throne, the rainbow circle throne, to see your royal sons and daughters of King David, also your prophets and saints whose blood was shed in this country, also the house of Israel. On Marcus Garvey had prophesied that the year of 1966 will be the redemption of the house of Israel, your people under their own vine and fig tree, Ethiopia, Africa, black destiny, Asian tradition. On Majesty, we are willing to return home, to let our love and unity one with one heart of one in one, two in two, as when we were created to make one tide of bridge, as one God for us all. Negus Christ Rastafari, I, Prince Edward, would like you, On Majesty, to pay a visit at the backyard to see the have-nots, your sons and daughters. On Majesty, we the saints are ready, also the prisoners to be set free, with freedom of movement, freedom of international repatriation. Back home, our Mother Africa, Father Africa, who stand as the morning star, the lily of the valley, the rising sun. This is what we have to glorify thee. I, Prince Edward, send these emblems of red, gold, and green, red, black, and green, statical, represent the house of Israel, Ethiopia, Addis Ababa, the royal house of your kingdom, until we meet on the bright shore where we all were both birthed. We are tired of hungry, shelterless, and naked. We humbly welcome you, King of kings, Lord of lords, conquering Lion of the tribe of Judah, the elect of God, the light of this world, His Imperial Majesty, first Asian King of creation, King Alpha and Queen Omega, the beginning and the end, the first and the last. So we hail our God Selassie, I, our Almighty God, who seated in Zion and reign in the hearts of all flesh, man and woman, protector of all human faith and ruler of the universe, Ethiopia, Africa, Congress, International Congress, Ethiopia, Africa, National Congress, International, Statical. You are the bridegroom, the King of Israel, the black monarch, the world mediator. I close, my Lord, with these Psalms 68, 76, Psalm 68 and 76, and 18, Isaiah 9, Ezekiel 7, Revelation 5, 18 and 22, Psalms 9, with love and joy. I, Prince Emmanuel, Charles Edward, the Lord's
Blessed
servant.
Radio, the time is 11 o'clock a.m.
Let us bless the Father. Let us bless His holy and righteous name. For He come in one, heart, mind, and soul.
You're listening to Bless.
And He come in three, soul, heart, and mind. Blessed Trinity, the triple crown King, the one in three and the three in one, the Blessed Trinity, God the Father, God the Son, and God the Holy One, Prophet, Priest, and King, Holy King Emmanuel, King Selassie, Jah, Rastafari. Bless them, Jaja. Bless them. Glory be thou unto his name. We his children call his name without shame. The creator of all things, the foundations builder, the maker of the heaven and the earth, the sun and the moon and the stars, the heavenly mountains, the birds and the bees. Look at we. Ooh, I'm pleased. Holy King Emmanuel, King Selassie, Jah, Rastafari. For he came down from heaven and he walked into all of our hearts. And when we went astray, he sent himself to redeem us and show us how to pray. From generation to generation, man come and man go, forever and forever. I would never leave you, said the Most High Mighty, without a prophet or a priest to guide you. Great are they that publish the works of the Most High. Be blessed in thy holiness, for we confess his name and his righteousness. The creator of all creation, the master, builder of all things. Everything we get it from him. Let us bless him. Let us glorify his name. Let us not be bound in the illusion to bring us down to sin and shame. Let us not get lost in vanity and forget how we came and his name. Call unto him and let him in, for he is the King. King Selassie, Jah, Rastafari. You're listening to Bobo Ras Antony on Bless FM. BlessRadio.org internationally. You know, Bobo Shanti, Naya Bingi Well, Holy King Emmanuel, King Selassie, Jah, Rastafari. Be blessed in his holiness. A moment with Zion. A moment with Zion. Oh, in the simplest places, we will find wisdom. In the nick of time.
Yeah.
my Lord and Empresses, Prince and Princesses, one and all listeners, converted and unconverted, a blessed word from the heart, you know that we never depart. Holy King Emmanuel I, King Selassie I, Jah, Rastafari. John Marcus I, from his poetical works, the poetical works of our prophet, our mighty prophet John Marcus, you know, yeah. For we were willing for a season to rejoice in the love of Marcus Garvey, in the strength of Marcus Garvey, in the blackness of Marcus Garvey, in the righteousness of Marcus Garvey. For he said, cast your net over the other side. And we did. And it was fruitful, mindful, heartful, and goodiful. John Marcus I, Jah, Rastafari. Music in my soul. Music in my soul, said the mighty prophet. Music in my soul. There's music in my soul today. A joy of heart, not there before. The state of conscience I relay. To rich and proud, and meek and poor. There's music in my happy soul. From heaven's realm doeth truly flow. This music in my happy soul, my conscience tells me rightly so. My song of joy I sing to you. Let peace and love forever be. Forever be among ye men, forever who of every land and charted sea. I crave no other fortune great, but joy to live in peace with God. My hope are fixed on his estate, in faith so true as prophets had. John Marcus I, Jah, Rastafari, Selah, my Lord. This music in my soul today, I spread the truth with love unfurled. On waves of cheer it goes, I pray, to reach around that belted world. John Marcus I, Jah, Rastafari, Selah, my Lord. Blessed love, my Lord. The start. Today I start my life for good. I am determined, excuse me, I am determined now to find the value of my real manhood and not to travel as if blind. I am yet young in age and hope I shall so think and do aright. Things human and all in my scope to make of life a shining light. There shall be no mistaken plan, for time does not permit to lose and win the race of man. Hence now I start and rightly choose. I shall not travel wide to find that I have fallen almost flat, then rise to weep and leave behind that I, a coward, was up for that. So find yourself in early age to know what you shall be in life. Then go and write on history's page the victorious of your daily strife. For every man is a battle in you. To cross the plain with haste to win, and hoist the flag of colors blue, then show the world where he has been. The mighty black prophet John Marcus I. Remember the prophet said, I should say, let no one inoculate you but the spirit within. Where else you ever hear them kind of words there before? He said, let no one arouse you in the time of war and peace. Whoever speak them kind of words there. He said, hear all, but attend to only that which concerns you. You feel you could be steadfast to the word of the Almighty and hear them every time you need them, so they can guide thee and protect thee. Let no one inoculate you but the spirit within. So that means you in control. Don't make nobody control you. Let no one arouse you in time of war and peace. You're not going to no trouble with no one unless you decide to. Unless you it has happened to. Can't make no man draw you in a war when a peace. You can't make no one say peace when a war. Are you for decide that? Yeah, John, Marcus, he said, hear all and attend to only that which concerns you. So that me I walk and I listen to everything, you know, but your mouth shut. You know, tale-bearing thing, slandering thing, you know, backbiting thing. You hear all, but you attend to only that which concerns you. Whole heap of space there about you know, but it cram up with, yeah. Come with the Jawil, yeah. Cause hit work. Holy King Emmanuel, King Selassie, Jah, Rastafari. Sharpen up. Oh, behold, I come quick, said the Most High. Skillfully in your way. Be satisfied. Something to be done, let it be done. Well, let it be done in righteousness. Let it be done righteously. I just said 90% for you, 10% for me. Me are the one after the other. Pray every day, 10% every day. And one day out of the creational week, one day out of the creational week, we call it the Sabbath. Hallowed and blessed. Come and get your damn jewels. Make him strengthen me. Make him guide me. Make him love me again. Fed up at a put where him. Always a put where him. Always a dash where him. I would like Jaja love me. Yeah, and guide me and keep me. We need it. Come on, make Jaja go before we. One time we never used to lose wars. One time no man could never come near we. Soon as a man rise up to come near we, Jaja surround. Come we love Jaja, make Jaja love you. Why he said if one of my words pass away, heaven and earth will have no say. So anyway, on earth, where your word no go, it's a fall. In a flesh, in a food, in a word, in a earth, in a world. Some come all steadfast to the Almighty. His ways and his deeds and his doings. Yeah, make him all steadfast to him. Holy thing of honor. Thanks, Selassie, Rastafari. Be blessed in his holiness, your children. Yeah. You're listening to Bobo Ras Antony on Bless FM, blessradio.org internationally. Be blessed in its holiness. Christ Emmanuel. King Selassie. Prophet Marcus. From that time now and forever. Man come and man go. Carrying the ever-living Spirit of God. Through the order of Melchizedek. Love, peace, and righteousness. He will never leave us without a priest or a prophet to guide us. Let us all atone. Let us go to the well. Let us sup from the water, from the fountain of life. Let us save the life, that we may live. These are the words of the Father. Holy King Emmanuel, King Selassie, Jah, Rastafari.
Who shall ascend into the hill of the Lord? Who shall ascend into the hill of God? Who shall stand in his holy place?
For bless up the kingdom, you know. And for bless up everyone both here, you know. And for bless up everyone who bless I in the passing. And for give thanks, O Most High, mighty God, for the word, the good word of our night community and people. Love to all. We bless in His holiness. Chaja bless you to I. For you bless I every time. Holy King Emmanuel, King Selassie, Jah, Rastafari. Be strong, do no wrong. Yeah, by the sweat of your brow shall we eat bread. Rise with the living, rebuke the dead, and give thanks and give Jah the glory. Holy King Emmanuel, King Selassie, Jah, Rastafari. And within the holiness, we can't forget Mitchell's peppers, proper peppers. You know, you get them in boxes, singles, and crates. You know, yeah, my brethren. Mitchell's peppers, proper peppers. You know, London, UK, N15, 3HX. That's London, UK, N15, 3HX. You know, yeah, Mitchell's proper peppers. Telephone number 07984 942460. 07984 942460. And for the Trinity, 07984 942 460. That's Mitchell's proper peppers. Get your proper peppers. Blessed love, my love, and empresses, prince and princesses, one and all listeners, as we continue through the righteousness of our abode. For the Father said, he who has ears, let him hear. He who has eyes, let him see. And he who has the word, let him speak. Simple. Simple thing. Holy King Emmanuel, King Selassie, Jah, Rastafari. For we all know words without works are no works at all, and works without good, strong, righteous words are no works at all. So let our words bring works, and let our works be the foundation of good words. These are the words of the Almighty. Holy King Emmanuel I. King Selassie I, Jah, Rastafari. Come and walk upon his righteousness. Them that don't have it, find it. You know? Come and walk upon the words. Come and walk upon the tablets, the words. God, the words is life. He said, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was God, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. Then who? Word manifests itself into flesh. Let your words be good. Let your words be right. Let your words be the water that you walk upon like Christ. Your songs, your deeds, your creation. Spread your life water before you and shut. In the name of the Almighty. Yeah. For he is the King of Kings. King Selassie I, Jah, Rastafari. Come and bless the King, man. Come and bless the King. King Selassie I. Words of the Almighty. Words of our mighty King. The King of Kings. Lord of Lords. Conquering Lion of the tribe of Judah. Foundation of our creation. King Creator. Lily of the Valley. Light of this world, you know. Mighty King. King Selassie I the first. Jah Rastafari. The man said, Haile Selassie I stood for everything that was good, education, reform, and progress. Haile Selassie I said, when we were 7, my father arranged for a special teacher for us, and we began receiving instruction at our home. In our 10th year, 3 years after beginning our education, we were able to read and write American Jews. Haile Selassie I, Father Ras Antony, was the hero of the Battle of Adwa, where Ethiopia defended Italy's invading army. In 1896, Holy King Emmanuel I, King Selassie I, Jah Rastafari, Selah my Lord. Haile Selassie I is neither forbearing nor vindictive, and rarely showed signs of anger. Haile Selassie I opened the Haile Selassie Military Academy in Hahara in 1957. Haile Selassie I founded the Police Academy in Addis Ababa in 1947. Haile Selassie I, though he never forgets, he often inclines to forgive the exact gratitude. Haile Selassie I took a big step towards modernization was taken with the creation of Imperial Ethiopian Institute of Public Administration in 1956. Haile Selassie I at the Tafari Makonnen School Silver Jubilee said to be able to say that there are 100,000 students, as one has to start with one. Haile Selassie I opened the Burhan Teacher Training Center April the 26th, 1957. Haile Selassie I said, independence cannot be a single word, devoid of meaning. It must remain a principle admitting of no compromise. 15 June 1960, 1 year before I was born. Haile Selassie I had his own 2 favorite lions, tempted outside the entrance of his office in the whole palace. Haile Selassie I laid the foundation stone at Assab Port, 10th of May 1958. Haile Selassie I's daughter Tesaya passed at the age of 20, suffering from hemorrhoids in miscarriage. She's loyal daughter was the second to pass on in tragic circumstances. Haile Selassie I laid the cornerstone of the railway terminal from Djibouti to Addis Ababa. Haile Selassie I knew 8 languages. Haile Selassie I dedicated the Prince Makonnen Hospital, 8th of November 1961. My gosh, ready for born. Haile Selassie I abolished forced labor. Haile Selassie I created a postal service in Ethiopia. Haile Selassie I sent young students abroad to study. Haile Selassie I brought the first aeroplane from Europe in the 20s. Haile Selassie I laid a Bowley Airport cornerstone, 17th of July 1962. Haile Selassie I received the first Boeing 720B jet, 14th December 1962. Haile Selassie I refused to sign the death warrant and forgave the man who tried to assassinate him. But I tell you, Rasta man no easy, you know. We are the warning man. We make murderers and iniquity workers and people who offend us go about them business. And when the Rasta man do them thing there, you know, any other man who want do all kind of things. So the Rasta man say, "Chow, make them go on. Jah will deal with them." Holy King Emmanuel I, King Selassie I, Jah, Rastafari. Haile Selassie first. People are anti-European in their ways. They know that the Europeans are ever scheming to take their land away, and they did to the rest of Africa. Haile Selassie first created the first boarding schools in Ethiopia. Haile Selassie first in 1936 went to Geneva to plead the cause of his people. Haile Selassie first was the mediator between the Republic of Sudan and the United Arab Republic in Suez crisis. Haile Selassie first is totally against nuclear weapons. Me too. Haile Selassie first is a knight of the Garter. You should have seen the king come down the stairs, you know. Him and the queen mother, you know. The breeze a blow, you know. Right, and the king have on a heavy gown. I may tell you the king have to hold it steady, you know. But the king, you know. So he must win. King Selassie I, Jah, Rastafari. Haile Selassie first in 1935 delivered a prophetic speech forecasting the disaster which fascism would bring about. Haile Selassie first became internationally famous as a symbol of resistance of fascist aggression. In later years, he made a major contribution to the cause of African unity. Haile Selassie first came to Bath, England, on the 2nd of May 1936 in order to seek exile as the first victim of fascism aggression. Haile Selassie first re-entered the capital Addis Ababa on the 5th of May 1941. Haile Selassie first, whilst in exile in Bath, always carried an umbrella for walking or a walking stick, being it rain, or sunshine. Haile Selassie first, whilst in exile, bought a Victorian villa called Fairfield from an enormous golden dinner service which he had made before the exile from the British manufacturer. Haile Selassie the first imperial crown was locked away in London safe. Haile Selassie first reign became threatening as he marked Italy's failure to transform the Solomonic Empire into a Roman colony. Haile Selassie first, en route to his exile, stopped in Jerusalem for 2 weeks. He attained service at the Holy sculpture of Ethiopian church. He stayed at the King David Hotel. Haile Selassie I never had his armies fight on Sundays. Haile Selassie I, exile, marked the first occasion on Ethiopian monarch had sought asylum outside his country. Italy occupied was the first time Ethiopia had fallen under the sway of foreign power. King Selassie, Jah, Rastafari. Until next week, I will give you more extracts from his memoirs. Jah Rastafari, King Selassie, Jah Rastafari. In the light. Come out of her, my people, and be no more partakers of her filthiness. When thy work is over, I and I will go home. These are the words of our Father. Jaja, I go prepare a place for I and I. That's where he is. You can be also. Just say, let the unjust be unjust. Let the filthy be filthy still. Let the righteous be righteous. And let the holy be holy. All barriers shall be broken. And new doors shall be opened. For we are in the world, but not of the world, but of the world to come. Fret not thyself because of evil, for evil is for that time. Still the Jah will, for in keeping his ways they will keep you. In time of trouble, in time of woe, and your joys will be filled with good pleasure. It is a good thing to know the King, for he is good. It is good to know his heart, for it is good. Always know the benefits for his people and the betterment for all. It is better to be a doorkeeper in Zion than to be a rich man in the world of evil. Remember, just say it. It would be easier for the camel to go through a eye of an eagle than a rich man to humble himself to I. Many are called, but a few are chosen. Dedication is the key. Wait to be will set you free. Then to pursue with your whole heart of love. That they say, The man out there, no one let him in him own a house. Yeah. That said the man them out there, no one to even let him in him own a house. Him a knock. Nobody no one let him in him house. Said them that let him in. No one let him in him own a house. Him say him a beat down the door. And no light. And not a light turn on in the yard. And a day so me born. What a thingy. What a thingy. What a thing. Just say, woe to them that lead my sheep astray. For in time I will call them from out of all the places where I have led them. Now most should understand. It is best we try to live good on every level and to teach the children the way. Everything else after I want. I just judgment. As to be righteous through the laws and commandments. You know, everything else is just judgment through the laws and commandments. Well, now we have to put away childish things. For we are now men, man and woman. We have to move from being childish and reach for higher things. We have to reveal the reveler. For righteousness has made you become light. Don't look left, don't look right, and walk with your heart upright. Walk on right. You alright? Me right. Good then. May I go right? May I go right? Where you go? There, sir? Alright. Good. Nothing comes good out of chaos. And we all have been deceived by its ways, its will. Tempts you, then runs you away, then runs away with you. You know, chaos tempts you and runs away with you. We don't want no temptation, for you may never come back to right again. When Jaja call, hear him, and hear him, go to him. Anywhere him call you, can call true man and true people, you know, yeah, and true signs and wonders, you know. Go and go hear what him say. He might have something for the eye. Holy King Emmanuel, King Selassie, Jah, Rastafari, Selah, my love. Into the light. Holy King Emmanuel, King Selassie, Jah, Rastafari, Selah, my love. Who Jah bless, no man curse, yet mankind freely curse man for nothing at all. That not sure you mankind I go bad. That not sure mankind is bad. Every man and woman get blessed with life, with a mother and a father. And he has to honor his mother and father. And keep his blessing and hold his blessing. For every child gets blessed when he cometh by the priest, for him or hers going through. Who Jah bless, no man curse. It's their way in the world that taketh them over. From being blessed as a child, their way in the world taketh them over, and they lose their blessing. Their soul gets dim. Remember him, one born not knowing. Remember him, one born without knowing. It's good to be born and to know who God bless, no man curse. Imagine you get blessed as a child and you fall out of life. Father never keep you within the blessing. Mother couldn't hold you in righteousness. You have to go out into the world like Moses. For Moses was put into the basket because of Pharaoh seeking to kill all of God's firstborn. Then he was found by Pharaoh's daughter and rose to the heights of Babylon. In a moment of remembrance, a word to the heart, he was reborn. For he remembered his start and where he cometh from. And all the time, righteousness was in his heart. So we know Mama come, and Mama put we in a school, in a foreign land. We call it Babylon. Just like Moses. You know? She made the school taketh care of your knowledge. Taketh care of your whole situation. For 5 days of the week. And your ways are taken and shaped differently. Only unless you're encouraged and have a father and a mother that would bless you with your own root and your own ways and the righteousness what you need to keep you. For we are a righteous people. You know, we were born in righteousness. We are turned to righteousness. Our way is righteousness. We stick to the Father like birds to a feather. At one stage, we rally around the King. You know, just around him, just like a congregation to our Father. That's how we are, prophet, priests, and king. That's what we are born to be. And congregation. That's our nation. But as you see, we are spread wide, and our ways are changed and flittered and become shallow, and we know not our ways. Just like Moses was put from his mother and his father because of Pharaoh and his wants and his concern in I and I people. He said, slaughter the firstborn of every one of them, for he was afraid of his coming. Just like Mama today, she put you into the schools. You learn of their ways and forget all of your ways. And then one day, something shines in your heart. Something flickers in your mind. And you remember who you are. And you seek out your ways. And you like your ways. And where you come from. And who you should be. And what you should be. Then you realize that the Father is in thee. Remember, he said, all my springs are in thee. And you find yourself out of all of that building of Babylon, like how Moses built up everything for Pharaoh, and how you build up everything around here in your little patch. Jah is ready for you. You are ready for you. And you go and seek and get your 10 commandments and go and do your thing. This is the blessing for every apostle. For every apostle. For every apostle. Holy King Emmanuel. King Selassie, Jah, Rastafari, Sealer, my Lord.
I said the fire, God, Rastafari,
into the light. By the sweat of your brow shall ye eat bread. By thy work shall ye eat, shall ye get paid. What a one put in, that shall he get out. Hard work bring it good reward. Don't put your hat where you can't reach it. You will bring strife. Be satisfied, big or small. And if things are hard to get, pray, for Jah will help you find a way. Covetousness brings pain of heart, and mindful laziness brings poverty. And we all know the poor soul suffereth for the want of everything. Salvation is the key if your heart is ready. It sometimes passes by you with good words. It's always better to start again from a righteous point of view. Jah does say, put him first, and all things shall be added. If you put on your locks, your heart have to start clean. For that's the moment, Jah tell your heart and soul to cast your net over to the other side. You will find on that side things will be better for you. Jah Rastafari give 3 sons some shekels. 3 sons him give some shekels. And him said to them, go on and see what you can do with them thing them. Let me see what you can do with them shekels then. And Jah gave 3 shekels to one, 2 to the other, and gave 1 to the other. And Jah gave 2 and Jah gave 2 shekels, and the third one, no, excuse me, forgive me. Jah had 3 sons, and he gave shekels to the 3 of them. To the first one he gave 3 shekels. To the second one he gave 2 shekels. And to the third one he gave 1 shekel. And he said to them, go and work with that. And let me see what's your intentions towards the funds that I gave you. Words to that effect. And when they came back, the first one who we gave 3 shekels to, he said, my Lord, what did you do with the 3 shekels? He said, my Lord, I doubled it, my Lord. And just said, yes, blessed love, my Lord. Wonderful. That you feel. He said to the second one, what did you do with the 2 shekels I gave you? And he said, my Lord, I done well. Doubled it, my Lord. I said, yes, my Lord, I saw you for work, man. Yeah, man, I saw you for do your thing, man. You have to double your thing, man. Yeah, anything you get, you have to work with it and make sure you get use out of it. You know, he said to the last one now, we gave 1 shekel. He said, what did you do with the 1 shekel? And the one, he said, my Lord, I didn't spend the 1 shekel, my Lord. And just said, you mean you never spend the 1 shekel? Then what you do with it? He said, me put it down, my Lord. He said, what you put it down for? Me never want spend it, my Lord. You know, you have some man they get money, you know what I mean, and them want save, you know. You know, but and saving come hard to them, you know, and them know if them just get if them get a little money, them a put it down and them not touch it. Them kind of man them. You know, just said, nah man, you not even buy food. It's a no job. It's a listen man, you're an idiot. Seriously, you're a fool. Means that you give you 1 shekel, you know, double it, and you not even buy food for yourself. No man, something wrong with you man. You for fool your belly man. You know for go on some man. No man. And that's the motto of the story. You know, just look upon the young man and rebuke him. Just say you not even buy food for eat. Just say that no good. You suffer even your own soul. Kasafa, Kasafa. These are the words of the Father. Holy King Emmanuel I. King Selassie I. Jah. Rastafari. See you man.
The son of man that thou visitest him. Thou was scared to them a little lower than the angels. Crown me with glory and honor, O Lord Most High. Giving dominion over the work of all thy hands. Work of all thy fingers, O great God. All fowl of the air and fish of the sea. Beast of the field and whatsoever passes through the parts of the sea. Oh Lord, excellent is thy name, not yet.
Blessed love, my lords and empresses, prince and princesses, one and all listeners. You're listening to Bobo Ras Antony on Bless FM. You know, blessradio.org. Time's running and time's passing. So let us proceed. My lords and empresses, prince and princesses, one and all listeners. Blessed love, my lords and empresses. Blessed love, my lords. Blessed love, all prince and princesses. All blessings going through. Yeah, on this blessed summer, on this blessed sunny day. My lords, I pray thee in thy mercy. I extract from the Cabernet gas. Let us quickly get through it. Yeah. Judah and Jerusalem, and how he had gone unto the presence of Solomon, the king, and all that he had heard and seen.
Time is 12:00 p.m.
My Lord, we have to maybe continue to the next man come. And he told her how Solomon administered just judgment, and how he spake with authority, and how he dedicated rightly in all the matters which he inquired unto, and how he returned soft and gracious answers, and how there was nothing false about him, and how he appointed inspectors over the 700 woodmen who hold the timber, and the 800 masons who hoard the stone, and how he sought to learn from all the merchants and dealers concerning the cunning craft and the working thereof, and how he received information and imparted it twofold, and how all the handicrafts and works were performed with wisdom. And each morning Terim related to the queen about all the wisdom of Solomon, how he administered judgment and did what was just, and how he ordered his table, and how he made feasts, and how he taught wisdom, and how he directed his servants and all his affairs on a wise system, and how they went on their errands at his command, and how no man defrauded another, and how no man prolonged the property of his neighbor, and how there was neither a thief nor a robber in his days. For in his wisdom he knew those who had done wrong, and he chastised them and made them afraid, and they did not repeat their evil deeds, but they lived in the state of peace with which had mingled therein the fear of the king. All these things did Temerin relate unto the queen, and each morning he recalled the things that he had seen with the king, and described them unto her. And the queen was struck dumb with wonder at the things that she heard from the merchant her servant, and she thought in her heart that she would go to him, and she wept by reason of the greatness of her pleasure in those things that Tamarin had told her. And she was exceedingly anxious to go to him, but when she pondered upon the long journey, she thought that it was too far and too difficult to undertake, and time after time she asked Tamarin questions about Solomon, and time after time Tamarin told her about him, and she became very wishful and most delirious to go, that she might hear his wisdom and see his face and embrace him and partition his royalty. At her heart inclined to go to him, for God had made her heart inclined to go and made her to desire him. And the queen said unto them, Hearken, O ye who are my people, and give ye ear to my words, for I desire wisdom, and my heart seeketh to find understanding. I am smitten with the love of wisdom, and I am constrained by the cord of understanding. For wisdom is far better than treasure of gold and silver, and wisdom is the best of everything that have been created on the earth. Now unto what under the heavens shall wisdom be compared? It is sweeter than the honey, and it maketh one to rejoice more than wine. It illumineth more than the sun, and it is to be loved more than precious stones. And it fatteneth more than oil, and it satisfieth more than dainty meats, and it giveth a man more renown than thousands of gold and silver. It is a source of joy of heart, and a bright and shining light for the eyes of the griever, to speed to the feet, and a shield for the beast, and a helmet for the head, and a chain work for the neck, and a belt for the loins. It maketh the ears to hear, the heart to understand. It is a teacher to those who are learned, and it is a consoler to those who are discreet and prudent. It is given fame to those who seek it, and as for a kingdom, it cannot stand without wisdom, and riches cannot be preserved without wisdom. These are the words of our Queen, Empress Makeda, Queen of Sheba. Blessed love until next week. Blessed love. Jah love.